Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. She's still sick. Hopefully she'll be back for videos later today, but she's not sounding too good. Her voice isn't where it usually is, and we're going to talk about voices in this video. We're going to talk about Charles Martinet, the longtime voice of Mario and many other Nintendo characters, actually is stepping down. He's stepping down. So I have questions. I have questions as to why. I don't know if we're going to get a straight answer ever, but apparently Nintendo and Charles Martinet are going to post a video about it at a later date, what's going on. But he is going to be the Mario ambassador going forward, but he's not actually going to be the voice of Mario. So let's talk about this. This is a very sad day for Nintendo fans, I believe. I mean, he's been the only really definable voice of Mario in the video games. Of course, we had Captain Lou playing him in the 80s, but that doesn't count. I love the 80s cartoon, I do, but it doesn't count. And we have Chris Pratt playing him now in the movies, and I have to wonder if that isn't part of the reason why he's stepping down. We'll talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. No woohoo from Geeky, and soon there won't be any more from Charles Martinet, which is very, very sad. So this is coming from Ars Technica. It just broke this morning. It's no longer me. Charles Martinet steps down as Mario's voice. After 3 decades in the role, Martinet is transitioning to Mario ambassador. Charles Martinet will no longer serve as the voice of Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi. Nintendo announced via a tweet today, and we'll read that tweet. The announcement ends Martinet's 3 decades long career in one of the most iconic vocal roles in video games. Martinet will be moving into the brand new role of Mario ambassador, Nintendo writes, a role that will see him continue to travel the world, sharing the joy of Mario and interacting with you all. Nintendo didn't provide details on a reason for the transition, but the company promised a video message featuring Martinet and Mario creator Shigeru Miyamoto at a future date. That might have more details. My new adventure begins. You're all number one in my heart, he said in his own retweet of the news. So they're talking about how he started. We'll get into that. Let's read this verse from Nintendo. Charles Martinet has been the original voice of Mario in Nintendo games for a long time, as far back as Super Mario 64. Charles is now moving into a brand new role of Mario ambassador. With this transition, he will be stepping back from recording character voices for our games, but he'll continue to travel the world. It's been an honor working with Charles to help bring Mario to life for so many years, and we want to thank and celebrate him. And of course, we're going to have that video message. Well, okay, so lots of reactions to this. 12,000 quote tweets. We'll look at some of these quote tweets too. But the Chris Pratt factor, I have to wonder because the Mario movie did so well, and Charles Martinet, God bless him, is not getting any younger. Are they looking at Chris Pratt to be the actual voice of Mario in the games going forward? The voice of Mario in the theme parks going forward? Is he the new Mario? After all the backlash to his casting, the movie made a ridiculous amount of money. And, a lot of kids now probably identify Mario's voice as Chris Pratt, And I don't know. I don't know if that's what's going on. My wife was like, I hope to God it's not health reasons. I hope Charles is not stepping back because of health reasons. But if that was the case, he probably wouldn't be traveling the world, right? I mean, I'm just saying, would they send this guy out if he had health problems? I don't think so. But something is definitely up. And it could be the timing of it. I mean, they have the theme parks opening now. The movie franchise is going to be doing gangbusters, and I hate to think it, but I could see some suits being like, the kids want Mario to sound like he does in the movies. See ya, Charles. See ya. I hope to God that is not what happened. I really hope that's not what happened. And it might have just been timing. I mean, he is not, God bless him, not getting any younger. And he might have decided, hey, this is a good breaking point. The Mario movie's doing really well. The theme parks are opening, and this is a good place to step off. I don't know. I don't know what is actually going on. Let's look at some of these quote tweets. Charles is an absolute legend. We've reached out to him before, and he was a delight to chat with us. Can't wait to see what he works on next. I actually talked to Charles Martinet for quite a while at Wizard World Pittsburgh. We were both guests there. I was there for Disney Comics, and he was there because he's Mario, right? And of course, he had the bigger booth. Of course, he did, because he's Charles Martinet. It was very slow. It was actually, I will go on record saying it was, I forget what year. It was before the pandemic. So it's probably like, I want to say 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. Anyway, it was a very dead show at Wizard World Pittsburgh, and hardly anybody was there. They had to group on it. I guess some of the guests canceled because they weren't going to make their guarantee. But I had time to talk to Charles for a while, and he was a very, very nice guy. He signed an autograph for my nephew, who's a huge Mario fan, and just a very nice guy, very pleasant. Obviously loves the role, loves his fans, respects his fans, loves the character. I mean, he is Mario, right? So to have him step down is just kind of shocking. But again, he's also not getting any younger. He's been doing this for, 30 years now. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is his official tweet. My new adventure begins. You're all number one in my heart. Thanks for everything. RGT85. I enjoyed his work, of course, but some of y'all are acting like Mario had full 10-minute speeches in the games or something. Calm down. People are upset, though. I mean, this is a huge part of people's childhoods. I mean, Mario 64 for a lot of people was their very first Mario game. Wasn't mine. My very first Mario game was Donkey Kong, because I'm old. But I'm just saying, for a lot of people, this is the only Mario they've ever known. I remember when Mario didn't talk, and we were all shocked when he sounded like Captain Lou. I always knew this day would come, but I never thought it would actually arrive. Thank you, Charles, for a lifetime of Mario. Good luck. Chris Pratt, now that Charles is retiring from voicing Mario. Would he do it? I don't know if he would do it. I mean, he's like an A-lister in Hollywood. Would he be the voice of Mario in the games? Oh my God, they're not going to use AI, are they? Oh my God, they're not going to like AI Charles Martinet. Did he sell his voice like James Earl Jones did to Disney? Oh my God, is that what the big announcement's going to be? That he sold his voice? So I guess my thing is like, if Mario's not making full speeches in these games, and Mario doesn't have a lot of dialogue anyway, technically you could use voice clips from the last 30 years. Because I mean, you could actually, oh God, that's a horrible thought, but it might be the case. This day had to come sooner or later, but that doesn't make it any easier to swallow. Remember what he's leaving behind, not just Mario, but Luigi, the babies, Wario, Waluigi, and so many others. He went out for milk. Mario went out for milk and didn't come back. Whoever succeeds him has big shoes to fill. We should treat them with respect, unless it's that bastard Chris Pratt. And then we're gonna slam Nintendo if it's Chris Pratt. I don't think it's gonna be Chris Pratt in the games. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think so. For so many reasons, I don't think so. But who knows? Who knows? Nintendo, you think you could have announced Martinet's retirement in a less terrifying way? Yeah, it looks like somebody died. I mean, this is like, we're so sorry, but yeah, they should have had a happy graphic or something. End of an era, but Charles Martinet has been doing the voice of Mario for 30 years. Yeah, an incredible run to be performing one video game character. Perhaps he's getting old and is unable to do the voice with the same cadence, but either way, he deserves his rest. Well done. I know nothing lasts forever. It's been almost 30 years. It's been great to have Martinet for this long already. Thank you for all the joy and for inventing Mario as we know him. Really is a new era. I can't wait to see what the future holds for Charles. So, I mean, most people are pretty supportive. What's this one? Called it. Terrible decision. Martinet hasn't slipped an inch in his portrayal of our favorite plumber, so whatever they're thinking at Nintendo is at best way too preemptive. Pratt or AI. That's gonna be the thing here. So It's weird. It's weird and sudden. It is sudden. I think they're trying to make the change before the new Mario game comes out, because people are gonna be like, "What the hell is this? Isn't Charles Martinet? Why does Mario have a British accent? It's Tom Holland. What the hell? What the hell happened?" No, I don't know. So here's how he got his start. For those of you wondering, I'm sure it's very, very well documented, because every little niggling thing to do with Nintendo trivia is so over documented on YouTube. There are like entire channels dedicated to minutia, but here's how he got started, right? Martinet turned 67 this year. He's been voicing Mario for half of his life at this point. He started in 96 as Super Mario 64. However, that was officially. However, he was first credited as the Mario voice and personality in 1992's, I did know this, Mario Teaches Typing, which features a much deeper and less accented take on Mario. He also voiced the real-time 3D animated versions of Mario and Wario to entertain line waiters as far back as the 1992 Winter Consumer Electronics Show, clips of which may have been used for 1992 Super Mario Bros. Pinball game. That is actually true. I have a virtual pinball machine, and that table is on it, and I was shocked that it sounded so much like modern Mario. I'm like, is this Charles Martinet? And apparently it is. I think some of those clips were used for that pinball machine. Since his early roles, Martinet has voiced Mario and his family members dozens of times, dozens of games, earning a Guinness World Record for the most performances as a single video game character. Martinet hasn't been pigeonholed in the Mario universe. He's done roles in games like Space Quest 6 and Skyrim. He was in Skyrim? He was? I didn't know that. He was in Skyrim. Martinet's heavy Italian accent is so closely associated with Mario at this point that Chris Pratt's very different take on the character for the Mario Brothers movie drew a lot of confusion and criticism from sources, including my young daughter, the writer says. In a nod to Martinet's history in the Mario role, though, he filled cameo roles in the film as Mario's dad and pizza parlor customer Giuseppe. Nintendo hasn't officially confirmed whether or not Martinet's voice is present in the upcoming Super Mario Wonder. That's what I'm wondering. Like, are they doing this now to just like, hey guys, just so you know, it's not Charles Martinet? Leading to some rampant speculation, he's already been replaced based on a few voice clips in the game's June trailer. See, I didn't know that. Let me see. So they're already speculating that he's been replaced. Okay. So this is making a lot more sense now, guys. See, these Nintendo fans, they're very perceptive. That's the word I'm going to use. Perceptive. They pay very close attention to minutia and details and everything. So yeah, apparently people heard the voice in the Super Mario Wonder trailer, and I wasn't really thinking much of it, but I think I only half listened to the audio, and they said they don't think it sounds like Charles Martinet. So now we know. God, Kotaku. No, I don't want your newsletter, Kotaku. So this is interesting. Let's look at this. This is the first I've seen this. Fans think Mario's voice sounds weird in the new game. Charles Martinet may be doing the voices, but they sound different this time. He has been doing all of Mario's wahoos, and Mamma Mia's for years. His voice has been an integral part of the iconic character's personality. He did not voice Mario in the movie. He did have cameos. Super Mario Brothers Wonder, is it Super Mario Brothers Wonder or Super Mario Wonder? Looks like a traditional 2D side-scrolling platformer. When Mario grabs it, he says Wonder, but does he say it how Martinet would say it? Some fans aren't so sure. Even Mario just grabbing a mushroom power-up and saying, haha, is throwing people off. Mario has a new voice. Martinet also does the voice of Wario, but some fans are also skeptical. He's voiced the newest lines in WarioWare Turn It. Here is Mario's rival saying, excellent. Well, you can go look at this. Anyone else notice that wasn't Charles Martinet voicing Wario in the WarioWare trailer? Okay, that is interesting. It seems like one of two things are going on here. Either Nintendo quietly and unceremoniously ditched one of the most popular voices behind one of the most popular characters in gaming, or it's been so long since Martinet has had to record new lines that people just forgot what it was like to hear him say other stuff. No, they replaced him. So why? Are we ever going to get a straight story? No, I don't think so. Was he upset about Chris Pratt? I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Awesome X says Nintendo has been more or less recycling the same clips of Charles Martinet for years now. It's beyond hilarious that because we're also used to the same shit, when he finally does record new lines, people seriously think it's a new guy entirely. LMAO. Well, I got news for you, Dr. Awesome X. Not to be that guy. But it sounds like it might be a new guy altogether. It sounds like people might have been right. They were right. It probably is somebody else doing Mario's voice. Now, they'll probably have an announcement as to who it was. I'm sure if it was Chris Pratt, people would have picked up that it was Chris Pratt, but I don't think that is the case. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Very, very sad news, but Mario will live on forever. I think Mario will be around forever and ever and ever in some capacity, and he probably will have lots of voices or just one really good AI voice. Who knows? Who knows? Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.